What's up, Leo? How are you? Hey, girl, hey, and guys that are watching. Yeah, so I know it's pretty soon since I've, to come back to give you guys another reading. But listen, when I was sitting and I was meditating and I was pulling cards and got the moon card, who's gonna have something revealed today? Is it you? Yeah, so anyways, like I was saying, I was definitely, not expecting to read for Leos again so soon, but you guys popped up and, when the fam calls, family answers. So here I am today, and we are going to see what's in store for my, what's another L word? My lovely, lovable Leos. We're just gonna, oh, what is this? Okay, guys, so let me go ahead and start shuffling for you so we can get this going. Let me turn this a little bit. All right, you guys, so I hope everything's going okay and everything's been going pretty good. I've been feeling pretty good. And I know you guys don't care how I've been feeling, but I'm only saying it because I'm a Leo. But as far as the energy's been going, there's been a few bumps, but like I've been feeling really good. Like myself, my internal self has been feeling really good. Now my external influences, they need some work, but that's what we're here to do, right? We're here to change things up and work on them. So if you can relate to that, damn. Did you? I'm sorry, that was an honest reaction. I was shuffling, all three cards came like shooting out like really hard and landed on my leg. But yeah, so we're gonna get into this. All right, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I've been seeing some cards come out that look a little fishy. But let's see what's going on. So for your past energy, first to start off with this Scorpio full moon. Did you guys do any work during it? I did a whole bunch, of manifesting and visualization and just working on whatever I need to fix so that I can get what I want. And I think it really did some good things. Obviously it's still in the works. Things aren't just gonna come instantaneous like that. But I definitely felt the full moon's energy like no other. I was outside with it. I had my crystals out there. I had my decks out there. Soaking up all of that moon energy. It was amazing. It was so powerful, you guys. So I really hope that you use that time, that moon to help you kind of figure out your destiny almost. Like, I don't want to make it sound so dramatic, but it really did kind of reignite that fire within me, honestly. Like, I kind of know who I am as a Leo again. Or at least I'm getting closer to that. And it really just feels good. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, so your past energy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. So to start off, I haven't gotten this card in a while. We got the Two of Cups, so romance and love. And do you see that lion up there? Yes. Yes, Leo. Okay, so this is feeling this is like love and connection and romance. This is like, as Leos, how we like to just love and we just like we're very romantic. Even if you're gonna act like you don't love to be loved or you don't love, you're a liar if you're a Leo. But yeah, so we love and in our past energy, some of you or most of you for that matter had some type of romance going on. We're gonna see how this plays out as we go along, okay? We also have the Five of Pentacles here. So this was you needing help, some assistance, maybe some guidance. You were kind of, maybe some of you were like, look, I don't know how I got in this position. I don't know what to do next. I don't know if I should take this more serious than it already is, this romance thing. But there was harmonious energy around you, and I think you were kind of being like, okay, I still need a little bit of guidance in some type of way. Then we have the Chariot in reverse. Okay, so again, with that wanting guidance and wanting that advice and that help, I think that's because you didn't have the direction to go in. You didn't have at least you kind of knew what you wanted, but I think you wanted confirmation on is this the right thing to do. The sun is going down, you guys. So if I'm looking a little bit dark, I'm sorry, like darker than, I don't know. But yeah, so if the light is changing is what I'm saying, then that's why, because the sun is going down. But yeah, so we're definitely gonna see what that past energy is dealing with, because I do feel like that's some weird energy there. But for now, let's go into our current energy for Leo and see what's happening for the first 2 weeks of May. Okay? Why the hell are some of my cards like this? My cards sometimes, they just be playing games with me, y'all. Like, they really be playing and trying it. Alright. So let's see. Current energy for Leo. Sorry, y'all. I have to get my card situated. Present energy for Leo. Come on, pop out for me. There we go. Alright, so to start off, ooh. My mind was kind of blown because I just had a realization within myself, but I'm not going to reveal that to you guys. Damn. Okay. So we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. So some of you guys are feeling like the odds are against you when it comes to, I'm guessing this love thing, or maybe just like you're feeling like you don't know exactly, you don't know if you're not confident about what your next move is going to be. And I think it's because you're feeling like there's so many forces that you can be, there's so many ways that it can play out, is what I'm trying to say. And I think the reason that you're kind of feeling a little less confident in what decision you want to make is because there's so many different options. Not to say that there's multiple people, but there's so many ways that this could play out because, I mean, that's just how it is right now. We have the Lovers card here, so there could be Gemini energy. But this could also just mean there's soulmate energy. So you're not confident about your relationship. You're not confident about if it's going to stay or if it's going to last. Some of you may even be feeling like you don't know if your partner is feeling like you're important enough to be with them. Or you may be feeling like you don't know if you want to be with this person. Again, this could be dealing with a Gemini. This also, and the reason I say that also is because we have the King of Swords here, and this could be Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra energy, this guy here. And this could be the soulmate that you're dealing with, and this could be a person, this could also be a person that, what am I trying to say? It could be an air sign, or this could just be a person that is determined and kind of knows their belief systems already and things are already set in stone. I really love this this card. Like, it's one of my favorite court people or whatever to have around me. And it's upright, so it is really good. But the problem is, I don't know if you know what you want right now. Honestly, I just don't, because I don't know why they would come in and then, like, after all of this, like, needing help or needing some assistance or some direction, and you don't feel confident, and then you have the soulmate card here, and then right after that you have some air type of person or air energy around you. So are you trying to figure out what you want? You're trying to become more established with your belief systems, or are you trying to determine if your soulmate is this air person, or is this person, this King of Swords person in the spread? Okay, so let's see. In your future energy, we're going to do some clarification because, ooh, I gotta stop doing that face. That shit's ugly. I can't do that face no more. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so we have the King of Cups here in reverse. So this is like not completely feeling like complete closure when it comes to some type of emotional. In your emotional life, you're not going to feel complete yet. Okay? We also have the Wands, the Ace of Wands in reverse. So you may not be understanding exactly, like your fire might go down a little bit because you're still trying to figure out some things. So you might not feel as determined or driven to do something just yet because you're still trying to figure out what to do. And I really do feel like this has a lot to do. This is love. This is love. This is a relationship. And then to end it, this is one of my favorite cards. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this, I don't even know why this came up at the very end, but I'm glad it did. This is saying, like, you're going to be on the right path. You're going to have, this could even be a job. Like, if you're looking for a job right now and you have all this love stuff happening, excuse me, this job might come in and get all of that focus away from it. That could be what this is saying. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is, yeah, you were in a romantic place at one point, but I think you're starting to feel like this isn't the direction you want to go in with this person anymore, but you're not confident to end it yet, because you may feel like they're your soulmate. But with soulmates, it doesn't mean that you have to be with that person. It just means that they reflect who you are, kind of like there's, you can have a ton of soulmates on the earth, but there's only a few twin flames. You know what I mean? So it's like, or they're really hard to come by. But soulmates, it's like you may be with a soulmate, but the more your soul grows, it changes. You know, like it's inevitable. So sometimes you may be with someone who is perfect for you at one point, but then time goes on, and you're like, dang, like we really are growing like out of each other. We're not compatible anymore, and that's a huge thing, especially for Leos. Especially if you're feeling like the person that you once, you know, because we're like loyal and shit, man, and it sucks because it's like you can't even like, sometimes our egos get so big as Leos that even when we know we need to end it, we don't want to, just because we don't want to feel like we were wrong about the situation, and we don't want to be we want to be loyal to that person. But the way this is looking, honestly, you're moving into a direction where you're starting to figure out, even if you love something, you still have to put your feelings first. Because I really feel like you're feeling like you want change. I don't think this is the other person. I think that you're starting to realize that this romance thing isn't really for you. And it might, don't get me wrong, this might not even be about a person. This could just be like, I mean, like I'm saying, it might not be the person's fault, but it could just be like, maybe you're just on a different wavelength now. Like maybe you're just like, I want to focus on like work now. And we did have this here. So maybe you're just shifting your focus. And that can be hard because like change is kind of like, sometimes it's not what we want to do, but at the same time it is what you want to do. It's just you don't want to end ties. Like you don't want to cut the cords between someone who's been a part of your pack for so long. You know what I mean? And that's just a Leo thing, man. Like it's like, look, I don't want to cut ties with you, but sometimes it's either we cut the tie or the universe will do something that makes us feel so hurt by what that other person did that it forces us to be like, fuck you. Because that's like the only thing that Leos do. It's like either we cut the cord or we just keep going through the same things over and over until they do something that's just too much. And then that's when we're like, you know what? I'm done. Like, I'm done. That's it. Like, you know, once you lose a Leo for good, that's it. And so it's kind of just like, I feel like that's what's happening. And this may be the symbol for this. So it doesn't mean that you're going to be in a bad state, but it might mean that the emotional circle that you were used to may not be complete because it might change. Because this energy is really, either this is the person that is your soulmate or the person that needs to be your soulmate, this air sign, or this could be you coming into this power and being like, look, I know what I want now, and this isn't it. This romance stuff is not working anymore. Because one, the romance could be gone, or two, you're just not focused on it no more. I smell marijuana somewhere. Who's smoking? All right, guys. So either way, what I really am sensing, there's a shift of either someone in your relationship isn't working out and you guys just lost the love, or you're coming into your power now and you're starting to realize what you want out of life and it doesn't involve that person, and you're really starting to struggle with like, dang, can I just let them go? Can I be confident in moving on without that person? Or it could be you're shifting your focus on life and you want to start focusing on work. You want to focus on, it might not even be work, but you may want to focus on like furthering your own abundance, you know, so that you can, whenever you are ready to settle down or whenever you do want to do some things with a person and you want to have a relationship, you'll be more ready to provide it for it. Like maybe you want your own house now, or maybe you don't want to share your, like, you know, when you're in a relationship, it's like really a relationship just means you have to be accountable for someone else's feelings. And so sometimes it's like once you get to the end of that rope where you feel like you get tired of it, and it's kind of just like you want to focus on yourself. And as a Leo, I think that's really kind of what we want all the time, is to either have people surrounded by us that really tell us things that we want to hear and makes us feel good and appreciates us. But at the same time, it's like sometimes we want to have our alone time, like have a period of time where we really focus on ourselves so we can maximize our Leo-ness. And then whenever that person comes in or whenever that person comes back in, it's like a whole new recharged lion. You know what I mean? And so it's like a better version of ourselves. And sometimes we just need to get away from being committed to something. And that loyalty thing is like one of our downfalls, man. It's like, it's amazing, but sometimes it's like, dang, like if only I could be as heartless as most of these motherfuckers out here. That's what it feels like sometimes. It's like, if only I could just be heartless for like just a little bit, just so I can get out of the situation and do what I need to do. Because sometimes it really is just cutting the cord, cutting that tie with someone. But yeah, so I just kind of went on a rampage. But anyways, So let's see. We're going to clarify for this Five of Pentacles and Chariot for your past energy to start off. Ooh, okay, hold on. But either way, I do think there's going to be a job or something coming in that that's going to be good. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to help take at least, if nothing else, it'll, yeah. And we got the Capricorn card here, so work is probably going to be coming. Excuse me. If I burp one more time in a video, like, what the fudge? All right, sorry, guys. So for clarification for the Five of Pentacles, we got another 5 here. So this is and this is 5 of Cups. So the reason you may feel like you need that extra help or that you need to figure out what to do with the situation with that romance thing is because you're not feeling it anymore. Like, you're feeling kind of like blah. Like, you're just not in it. And 5 is our number, you know, in the zodiac thing and all that stuff. 5 is the number that represents Leo. So I really feel like this is the state that you were in for sure. You started feeling it at the end of April, and now we're in May, and you're starting to really see, like, girl, like, is this soulmate thing really what it is for me right now? Like, am I in love? Do I want to even have a relationship right now? And then for the Chariot in reverse, like, the direction or your direction that you need to go in, the clarification we got is the 6 of Cups in reverse and then the Judgment card. So this is really like, in order for you to figure out what you want or what direction you need to go in, one, you can't do what you've been doing. You got to switch it up. This is saying, like, you can't be traditional. You got to switch your things up. So if you're always being like, oh, well, we'll just wait it out, now's the time to make a decision. You can't just wait it out no more. Or if you're always loyal and you're always like, no, I'll just take him back or I'll take her back, you can't do that no more. You do the opposite of what you usually have been doing. But make sure it's still a good thing, you know what I mean, for yourself. Make sure you're choosing the answer that fits your soul the best. Not what everyone else is thinking, not what everyone else is going to say, not what that other person is going to think of you afterwards. Do it for you. Do it for you, okay? And I know you have a big heart, and I know sometimes it's hard to do, even though it's easy to say, like, oh, I only care about myself. No, like, really, like, we both know, like, you and I both, we know how it is, like, to love and then to, like, have a big heart and to, like, want to make a decision, but you're still factoring in everyone else's opinion of you just to make your own decision. It sucks, man. It does. So you really have to remember the last video, listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. But this one is really, really, like, sit down and decide it for yourself. You can have a little logic in there, too, because if you have that logic with enough heart, it can really balance out well, okay? And I'm not going to lie. I think this is all saying, like, you got to shift your focus or you got to end this relationship because... And it's not even like it's a third party issue or anything, but I think you're growing, and that's just what it is. Like, you don't have to feel like you're not a ride or die, or you're not, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to feel like it's your fault or you're doing something wrong just because you outgrew someone, okay? And it might take a little while for you to really believe that. Trust me, I know. But you gotta listen to yourself. You gotta do something. Like, if you're gonna really be Leo, now is the time to show that strength. You know what I mean? Show that strength of yourself. If you're gonna ride for anybody, ride for yourself, okay? So if you don't want this situation happening, make something happen so that you don't have to be a part of it no more, okay? Like, you don't have to always think about others, because most of the time, they're not thinking about us how much we think about them. You know, and that's just true tea, like, for all signs, you know? Like, it's just usually we think so much about things that most people don't even care about, you know? Like, whenever you're thinking, oh, how does he feel about me? How does she feel about me? They probably didn't even think about you in the last 10 weeks. And I'm not saying that to be mean, but I'm saying, like, most people don't care. Like, just like you. Like, some people may think about you constantly, but you probably never even pay them any mind. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just usually all in our head. So don't be afraid to make those moves that you need to, okay? So we're going to go ahead and clarify for... the soulmate and you know what, let's do all of the present cards. We're gonna do 7 of Wands, soulmate, and then the King of Swords. Okay, clarification. Oh, hold on, I don't want those to fall. Okay. What is going on? Hold on. I don't know how my cards do that. Sometimes I'll just look at them and some of them are flipped over and some of them are not. It's weird. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. You're not feeling confident because you're not sure if you should let go. You're not sure you should let go of that situation. Like I said, I think this is a lot of us are going through this because, and it could be in love or a job or like a family thing. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you're trying to make a decision, but you're not sure if it's time to let go yet, you know? And I think a lot of that has to deal with this new energy that we came into, especially with this full moon. I don't know about you guys. I'm gonna just let you guys on a little tidbit secret. But when I was doing all of my rituals and stuff for full moon, I was using my, doing some spells and not spells, but like just rituals and like manifestation things and really just focusing on that. I feel like myself, but I'm not gonna lie. There's certain parts in my life where now, more than ever, I've been looking at it like, damn, I don't want this anymore. You know what I mean? And it's in multiple places in my life. So that's good though. It's like sweeping out the old so we can bring in something new. And you can't let yourself feel guilty for wanting change. And I know it's hard. We're fixed signs, fixed. So that means we don't really like change. We like to stay what we have and stay true to ourselves because we feel like that's what we are and we can't change. But as we change as humans and as our souls mature, you have to know that sometimes you have to let go. And that's just kind of a hard thing for us. You know what I mean? And, and it's easy to say just let go. I know, but like, it really is hard, like it's not always just like, yeah, let's just let go, especially when you have like a certain tie. So I get it, you guys, I really do. With this soulmate card, we have the King of Wands here. So to me, this is saying like you want to be assertive, know what you want, and know that whatever you do is for the greater good of everyone. So if you get rid of someone who isn't good for you, you're only going to make yourself better, so that whoever the next people that come into your life, your friends that are new, the family members that are new, the lovers that you may encounter, you can be a better person for you. You can be a better you. And this is the King of Wands, okay? So this is definitely fiery energy. And let's see. Yeah, the Lion's back here. So this is definitely saying like you have to know what you want, man. Like you have to. And that's clarification for the soulmate thing. And it's like, in order for you to really, even if you're not looking for love, in order for you to really match up with your soulmates, you have to know what your soul requires. You have to know what your boundaries are. You have to know what you expect. You have to know where you're compatible and where you're not. So if you can do that, you can probably figure out if you don't need this person or if you do. So you might want to take some time to do that. The King of Swords here, the clarification we got is the Six of Pentacles, okay? Six of Pentacles is kind of like just giving, being charitable. And doesn't mean you don't have to, it's like you're not necessarily expecting a reward, but usually it comes with that, and it might come in a form of advice, it may come in a form of learning something, it may come in a form of financial, or a call from someone that you needed to hear from, or the person at the right time. Like something is going to be rewarded to you by doing it. It's kind of like karma, but on a smaller scale, okay? So, and that's in clarification for the King of Swords. So I want to say this is you, okay? Even though you're not an air sign, I want to say this is you kind of coming into yourself, because we do have another court card here. Your soulmate could also be a fire sign, but since this does have the line here, it could be saying that you are your soulmate. So it's like you have to take care of you first. I think that's what it's saying as well. And this is kind of you coming into your power and feeling determined and knowing what your boundaries are, knowing what your belief systems are, and knowing that you're going to be okay, because you're good. Like, you know what you want now. And if, as long as you're willing to be a good person and good-hearted, there's not much that can stop you. If anything, it's just going to provide more things to come towards you, okay? So let's do, ooh, that came out right on my arm. All right, so the World card. I was doing this one, the clarification for the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So this is really good. This is saying, like, you're going to be on the right track, okay? And I think honestly with this, I'm not going to say it's going to be a heartbreak, but I do think there's going to be a separation. But I don't think it's going to be, like, harsh. I think it's really going to make you feel more fulfilled, honestly. And it may not be easy the longer it's happening, but I do think that once it does happen, you're gonna feel just a little bit more relieved. And then right after that, you may feel like you may feel like things are kind of slowing down. You're really sitting with the decision that's been made. But right after that, the blessing comes. Literally a blessing from the heavens. You see that the pentacle in the hand, it's going to be dropped down to you from the heavens because you made a decision that worked out for you. And it worked in your soul's favor, not just your earthly desires, okay? So this could be a job, again. This could be something that you've been needing, okay? Some type of reward. And also, with this Six of Pentacles here, if you're doing your karma the way you're supposed to and you're just being a good person and you're feeding your soul, feed your soul. Starve your distractions, feed your focus, and feed your soul, okay? And then this is when balance is going to come in and be restored for you. And this is really going to be a powerful moment. Honestly, I think it's going to be really powerful this month for us. But you have to be willing to you have to just be willing to let things happen. Like, try not to control everything. And the main thing about, we even have let go here. Like, you're afraid to let go, but you need to. But like I said, you guys, it's not supposed to be scary. Change shouldn't be scary. It's just or fixed signs in general, we just don't like change. And it feels kind of scary. But you're coming into yourself. You have to know that whenever change is coming and you feel like all these things are happening and you're like, how all of a sudden is all this change happening and how am I supposed to just hop on board and be okay with it? Know that that's the universe telling you, hey, we're changing some things up so that you can move on. You have to do different things to elevate, okay? So don't be afraid of it. And I know that's really easy to say and hard to actually do, but I'm telling you guys, just go with the flow, man, and listen to your soul. Feed your soul, man. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, I really wish I could just give you guys like a sheet of paper and tell you exactly what to do, but it's in your soul. Like, your soulmate is you right now. So you have to listen to yourself and you have to feed your own soul. That's the biggest way I can put that, you know? In order for you to have like that blessing, that's literally a blessing. And then the World card here is like balance and balance restored in all aspects of your life, okay? And that can only translate into more blessings coming in, more abundance, you know? But you have to be willing to, and I think you guys know, like, why you need to let it go. It's just more of a feeling like, well, I don't want to let go after all of this that I've invested type of thing, you know? But again, you got to let that ego go. Let it go. The universe is saying a lot here. There's so many major arcana cards, so it means the angels are pushing for it to be heard, you know? And it's all dealing with you realizing that you're your own soulmate and you realizing that you don't have to be accountable for how someone else feels after you make a decision because it's for you. This is your life. You're going to have people that come and go regardless. That's what life is about, okay? But if you keep holding on to things, then nothing can change, you know? And then if you're not going to let anything change, you can't complain about it either, you know? You have to deal with this. So, like I said, please just listen to yourself. Listen to your heart. Your heart's not going to steer you the wrong way. Even if you feel like you don't want to actually do what your heart is saying, you know it's right. You have Aquarius here in reverse, okay? So this is saying the way you want to deal with the situation is to do what you need to do. This is what this is saying. Aquarius is all about knowing. It's in reverse because in this Oracle deck, when something is in reverse, this is saying like pay attention. This is what it is. This is saying you already know. You just have to gain the courage to do it. Just gain the courage to do it, okay? And I need you guys to remember, man, like you're a Leo. Like, we're strong. That's our thing. That's our thing. We are the artists of the zodiac. We create. We are the fire. We're the kings and the queens of the zodiac. We have the strength. How can you be a king or a queen if you can't make a decision that benefits yourself? How can you have a castle or an empire if you can't make decisions for yourself? You know what I mean? Like, it really boils down to you. You are your own soulmate. You are your own king. You are your own queen. If you want your castle to come to you, if you want that empire, if you want all of that stuff to manifest itself, if you want that house, that family that you want, you have to set it up for yourself first, because it starts with you. This is your life, okay? So seriously, you guys, I really need you guys to understand, you know what you want, you have to go out there and get it. Like, it's just as simple as that. And if that requires letting some people go, especially if they deserve it, if they haven't been doing you right, then baby, like, let them go. Like, that's it, you know? And I'm pushing for you because, you know, one, I'm a Leo, but two, it's like, I care. Like, I really do care. And I also know the strength that lives within you. Like, it's written, it's like we're born with it. We're a Leo. You know what I mean? Like, the stars put that for us. Every sign has their own strength, and strength is ours. Our strength is strength. You have to remember that. No matter how weak you may feel sometimes because of how much your heart and your ego always battle, baby, you have to understand your strength. You are strength, okay? Don't forget it. And don't let anyone else tell you different. And if they've been doing that, then that's the person that needs to go. The person who is not building you up is the person that needs to go, okay? So just think of it as, if it helps to disengage yourself from your own situation, look at it like you are the queen of your castle, the king of your castle. And if you have someone in your castle or in your court who is not doing what you expect them, if they're not doing their job, if they're not on your team, if they're working for another team or something, kick them out. You know, send them to the dungeon. Like, get them out of here, you know? Off with their heads type shit. Like, it's done. Finito. Like, that's it. But anyways, you guys, I really, really think this is it's 32 minutes long. Like, my God. So, yeah, this is definitely a good reading. I got really into it. I was really immersed by this. But I believe in you guys. And there's so much stuff happening here. May is going to be pivotal for our change. I'm telling you. Be ready. Be ready. Know what you want. And don't be afraid to let go. Remember, you are your own soulmate. Okay? Listen to your heart first before you try to... Listen to your heart first before you try to accommodate someone else's. Okay? Man. And then at the end of everything, you get a blessing and complete balance, complete reassurance in yourself, in your world, and those around you, okay? But you have to know what you want, and you have to be willing to let some things go in order to achieve it, okay? Thank you guys so much for spending your time with me. I know this was a long video. I hope you stuck it out with me. If you stuck it out this long, you're a champ. You are the real MVP. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for sticking it out with me. I hope that this really gave you guys some good information, because I feel like this is a really, really meaty reading for Lions. So you can really sink your teeth into it, sink your claws into it, and get what you need out of it, okay? Thank you guys so much, you guys. I love you guys so much, my Lion family. Yeah, if I'm not your favorite Leo, I will be one day, okay? Until next time, I'll see you in the next video, Leo. Mwah.